Hello and welcome to another Bearded Geek toy review. In today's video we've got the winner of our recent Twitter poll. Who do you think's won? Django? Amy? Let's see. Welcome everybody, and here we have the winner of our latest Twitter poll. It's a second victory in a row for Doctor Who with the 13th Doctor's Tardis, which is the electronic FX sound version, which we'll be looking at in more detail very shortly. It was a close run thing at the beginning. The Boba Fett Black Series helmet really did kind of like storm out of the gates straight away, but then Doctor Who came from behind and virtually led the poll from about the second day onwards, with Boba Fett trying to gain some ground. So Boba Fett, the Black Series helmet, is the runner-up, so that will be our next video after this one. So for all of you Boba Fett fans out there, don't worry, that video review will be coming along. And then obviously we will do the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Black Series figures, and as well as Stephen King's Pennywise the Clown from It. Those reviews will also be up as well in the coming weeks. But let's take a closer look at the 13th Doctor's TARDIS in a slightly smaller box than what we're used to with these TARDIS sets, because of course this is just the TARDIS on its own. Doesn't come with a 13th Doctor figure. However, I did pick one of those up as well, which I'll discuss later on in the video. So it's still the similar kind of design that we've had on the previous sets. And it says, with opening doors and takeoff and landing light and sound FX. Usual, we get the description of the TARDIS in the history of the show on the back, along with a picture of the TARDIS itself. However, the end paragraph has been tweaked slightly. It says the TARDIS has reconfigured itself for the 13th Doctor with a striking new crystalline and honeycomb detailed control room featuring a crystal and miniature of the TARDIS on the console, and even includes a custard cream dispenser. The exterior is also subtly different, with a darker green or blue, a black information sign, and a bright blue signal light. So let's crack open the box and let's have a closer look. Fixed in with some screws, which we'll have to get our old sonic screwdriver on. And not much of a fancy backdrop really, just a kind of like sky and a bit of a hill, which I think matches the original press release of the 13th Doctor back in 2018, before the Jodie Whittaker series started. But we do get some instructions. Instructions is something that we haven't usually got with TARDIS releases since the last FX version that we got, which would have been the 12th Doctor's TARDIS, which is a very hard one to find, and one that is currently missing from my collection. So let's get the old sonic screwdriver out. Oh, here it is, and in the middle we've got the 13th Doctor TARDIS. And just for comparison, I've got a couple of other TARDISes here to compare it to. On the left we've got one of the 5th Doctor TARDISes. This was the Caves of Androzani one that was released a couple of years back with a 5th Doctor figure, and that was a B&M exclusive. This one isn't, obviously it's one of the non-electronic versions, so it doesn't have the panel here, it still has the speaker on there, but has a lower bass. But that gives you some kind of comparison of the size. And then on the right we have the first FX electronic TARDIS, which was released during the 10th Doctor's era, and I think this came out around about 2007. And obviously you can see the size difference. So obviously it's more in scale with the TARDIS, how it features now in the show, because they have a bigger prop. And again, it has the FX sections there with where the batteries go, and obviously the speaker. But what you'll also notice is that the windows are clear, so obviously when this is operational it lights up, and obviously you've got a little backdrop in there of the console room, and when those doors are open it does actually make the console room sound as a kind of like ambient sound there for you, so you do actually see and hear that. Whereas obviously the 13th Doctor Tardis, we've not put the batteries in yet, which we'll do shortly, is obviously has the thicker base for the electronics to go in. Obviously we've got there the compartment for the batteries and the speaker. And well, unfortunately, if you go in there, there's literally absolutely nothing in there at all. No backdrop, disappointingly. And you can see that this version of the TARDIS has been used and based on the models from the classic TARDIS sets, which are these ones. These are kind of like not custom built, but they're kind of like a default size, they're a default shape, and then they tweak little bits of them to match each particular era in the show. So essentially, most of them are virtually all the same size. Now this one does seem to be slightly bigger, if you can just look at that. Obviously has a different lamp at the top, which we're assured is blue, and obviously there's these slight tweaks here, which are consistent with how the TARDIS is during the 13th Doctor's era. But beyond that, this is virtually a classic TARDIS and not really in scale with the prop that's used in the show, which is more of this size but looks like this. Now, when this was first released, I think back in 2018, it came out for like approximately £25. Character did say that they'd made some creative choices and decisions purely from a cost-effective point of view to try and get this into shops. So I think what they're saying is, had it been a more screen-accurate version and larger and more in scale with the prop of how it appears in the TV show, then obviously you probably would have been looking at a higher price point, around about probably £35 to £40, and that's probably something that retailers didn't want to take on at the time. Therefore, they obviously tweaked the design of it and used the classic TARDISes as a base model to therefore bring the price down lower for the retailers who took this on. So let's get some batteries in. The panel comes off, it's fitted in with a very small screw. So you'll have to have the right kind of threaded screwdriver to take that off. Otherwise you're going to ruin the screw in there, which I think I've done with a previous model. It takes 3 AAA batteries, so we'll just slot those in there. Okay, and then we'll get the panel back on and we'll have a look at the electronic FX. Just to show you at the bottom, there is actually an on-off switch, so we'll click that on. And then what you've got here, this is the little sensor, so when you put it down and lift it up, that's when the different sounds will kick in. So here we go. TARDIS coming into land right now. That is very cool. I do like the way the blue light just keeps flashing just as it does in the show once it's landed. That seems to be going on for quite some time. I don't know if that just continues to flash. And then obviously if we lift it up now, we should then get the takeoff sound. And then we'll put it back down again. as that fades out. That really is something quite... It is really, really good to hear a Tardis do the lights and effects again. So that's a brief look at the electronic Tardis from the 13th Doctor era. And speaking of the 13th Doctor, when I went to pick up the electronic Tardis, I also picked up a 13th Doctor figure, which I had yet to do. I picked these both up from Argos, and I did check earlier today, and as of Wednesday the 13th of January, when this video is being filmed, they are still on offer. They are on sale as part of Argos's current January clearance. The FX Tardis is currently half price. It should retail for £25, and it is currently on the Argos website and in Argos stores for £12.50, and that's a real bargain, a real steal, which is why I picked this up. And then we have the 13th Doctor figure, which should be £12.99, and that is currently in their clearance sale for £4. And again, you can't really argue with those numbers. Essentially what you're getting here is a combined TARDIS and Doctor set if you were to buy both from Argos. I have seen them on sale in other places like Forbidden Planet and other websites, but they've not been discounted as heavily as what they are in Argos. And I know obviously we are in lockdown with restrictions, but home delivery is available and click and collect in your area is also available, and that's how I picked these two up. And essentially, you know, yes, there are restrictions and stuff, and, you know, that whole thing about essential purchases. But, you know, if these bring a smile to your face and help you get through lockdown, then I class these as an essential purchase. Just a quick look at the back there. Obviously, it shows the Doctor with the TARDIS. And also, you've got the Graham figure from Bradley Walsh, who's recently just left the show. The Judoon captain. And also the Resolution Dalek, as well as the 13th Doctor's sonic screwdriver, which I believe you can find in B&M stores at the moment, quite discounted. I think it's around about £5-6. Now this is the 13th Doctor in her variant outfit, so she hasn't got the navy blue t-shirt underneath her jacket. She's got like the maroon one, and this is the one that she wore in the latest special that was shown at Christmas, the one that had Captain Jack Harkness as the star. As it currently stands, I think I'm going to keep this one in packaging just because I think it looks better. I like the way the blister pack is, and I haven't really got anywhere to display it at the moment. But if you're inclined and you haven't yet picked either of these up, like I said, Argos are currently selling them at a hugely discounted price, and they are certainly well worth the money that they're currently offering them for. So I hope you enjoyed that review of the winner of our Twitter poll. As I said, our next video will be the Black Series Boba Fett helmet. But in the meantime, if you did like this video, please leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for when to get a notification of when our next video goes up. In the meantime, all I'll say is stay safe, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon. Bye now. And as well as picking up the TARDIS set, I also picked up a 13th Doctor figure from Argos. But let's face it, we don't really want one of those, do we? Yeah. That's a joke, everybody. That's a joke.